Welcome. I'm happy that you finally decided that you would like to make your future family wealthy. But of course, there's so many people that are saying this. There are few that are doing it. But what I did find out over 20 to 30 years on Wall Street was that there's never a way for people to participate in companies, not only before they go public, but there's never a way for them to buy a large amount of shares realistically. For example, most companies right now that are doing well are trading from anything from 25, I don't know, to $1,000, $1,500 a share. You know, $25 a share. You buy 100,000 shares. You gotta be making quite a bit of revenue for that. Or as we would say, you have to be extremely liquid. What I decided to do was bring it back to initials. Most companies that start in the stock market actually start as a penny stock. All right, and penny stocks have been giving a bad rap because most people that buy penny stocks are buying them on a day-to-day trading basis, not on a company ownership basis. Now, what I'm doing is helping you select the stocks to buy. What you'll get every week is one of my picks for the week. Now, all my picks for the week, the most they're going to cost you is about $40, 400,000 shares. And as I said, the price between 0.00037 to 0.0007. If you divide one by any of those factors and you multiply that by 100,000, that's what you make when the company gets to one, and then you do the multiples as it grows, and eventually, as all penny stocks do, becomes a viable IPO, and it's now in the market. By the time it gets to the IPO stage, most IPOs, the viable companies, come out between I would say $25 a share. The compounded interest alone on just one stock that you spend $40 on is insane. For me, my advice to people is just to buy one stock a month for their children. And the reason I say your children is because these positions are going to be held for anything for 5 to 10 or 15 years. These are not positions that you're just going to buy and want to sell and sell. No, these are positions that will make your future family extremely rich. And the reason I say that is this. All the companies I select are companies that are currently doing business. They're currently viable. They're currently making $1 million to $10 million reported. So, the way I look at it, if you're trading penny stocks on a daily basis, you're looking for a lot of risk, just due to the fact that most penny stocks do not have a lot of market makers. They do not have a lot of liquidity. And there's a reason for that. The reason why they don't have a lot of liquidity and a lot of market makers is because not only the price, the volatility, and all of that, it's because most of the people that know how to trade in the market do what I do. They own the company anything from 5 to 10 years, 15 years before they go public. Because they know owning these companies before the CEOs, CFOs get options, before the stock goes public, is unbelievable. A lot of people don't understand how that works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how that works. And I know a lot of people are asking me, oh, how do we know this is real? I'll tell you how you know this is real. The only thing I would ever charge you is whatever your subscription is on Patreon. I'm not going to ask you for any money. I'm not going to ask to see you. I'm going to ask you for anything. That's how confident I am. Now, what's even better is that you personally are going to go to your local bank, whether it's TD Ameritrade, whether it's Chase, whether it's any of these trading companies that have trading platforms that actually cater to penny stocks. All you're going to have to do is, once you've opened up your account, a regular account, right? I'll teach you how to do that. Once you've opened up your account, all you're going to have to do is, once the account is set up, you're going to transfer funds to your trading account. Once you transfer the funds to your trading account, which generally takes between 24 and 48 hours, and your account is flush and ready, it's very simple. As I said, I will have my recommendations every week of the stock that I feel comfortable with. And you can do your research on the company, see if you like the company or not, and decide to put $40 in it. Once you put $40 in it, you'll have 100,000 shares of the company. This is how you build wealth. You don't build wealth by buying stock at $17 a share, $25 a share, $45 a share. No, you buy it at its lowest level. So your compounded interest makes your future children and family multi-millionaires or even trillionaires. I know that's crazy to understand, but think about it. If you own 100,000 shares of companies, right? Let's just say you own one a month, as I suggest. So that would mean you would own 12 every year. So if you're looking at 12 stocks, 100,000 shares, so that would mean that you have 1.2 million shares in your float, which basically means that out of all the companies that you have, the only thing that has to happen is one of those companies has to go to $1, has to go to $2, has to go to $3, for $5. Honestly, the probability is pretty obvious. That's why I tell people that to be able to be a millionaire in the stock market, you need to get your stock at the lowest price. So if you're getting your stock at $40 for 100,000 shares, it's pretty obvious how low that you can purchase these companies. It's just that a lot of brokers like myself, a lot of investment bankers will never tell you that, because what happens with penny stocks is that most brokers and investment bankers are approached by companies that have penny stock. Well, not that have penny stocks, but really are approached by companies that actually have companies that are viable, right? As I said, making anything from $1 million to $10 million. I've been doing that for what it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years. Are looking to build equity through bridge financings, backed shells, and all that before they go public. So they present their story to investment bankers. Investment bankers look at it. They like the story. If it's sweet enough, so to speak, they approach their clients. Their client invest through bridge financings, etc., for these penny stocks. Now, this is done on a consistent basis until the company builds enough revenue through the bankers and through the investors to reach a certain tier where they can be able to apply to the NASDAQ, apply to the big board, so to speak. That generally takes about anything from 3 to 5 years, right? So what I'm saying is that you owning these companies below $1, and not only owning them below $1, but consistently owning companies for the next 5 years. What I'm requiring you to do is to buy one company a month for 5 years. Basically means you're looking at 12 times 5, which is 60. So you're going to own 60 companies. So if you multiply 60 times 1.2 million shares, correct? That will tell you what kind of float you're going to have in the next 5 years. And then once you've bought these 60 companies, you sit down. You don't trade them on an hourly or daily basis. You sit down and leave them alone for 5 to 10 years. Now, the reason why I say this is for your future kids and their future families is because if I owned a McDonald's at between 0.0037 to 0.00, if I owned any of these huge companies right now at those low prices and spent minimal amounts of money on them and had a float that was anything from 60 to 100 million shares of stock in my portfolio, that's how you become filthy rich. And that is what I want to teach you. And like I tell everybody, right, you only know people who know what you're doing if they don't charge you and want you to be successful. You understand? That's what I want you to be. I want you to be successful the right way. You don't need to trade in and out, different stocks and all that stuff. You need to own these